When I realized that I lost 22 pounds in such a short amount of time, 35 days, without any exercise, without any diet, just simply through manifesting it, I was shook. I could not believe it. I was like, OMG, what did I just do? What did just happen here? And this is what I want to explain to you in this video. I'm going to share with you my manifest weight loss success story. But before I get started, I'm going to introduce myself for those who know me and don't know me yet. My name is Trisha and I'm dedicated to help you become the best version of yourself and live and achieve that life you've always dreamed and desired, because I truly believe that we can all have it and we all deserve it, because the power lays within you. It was a big surprise to me. Like, the moment that I realized that I lost all the weight without any exercise, just through manifesting it, I was so shook. I was like, wow, this thing really does work. And I'll never forget that, to be honest. It was like so magical, and it just blew me away, and it still does till this day. And I have did my research and I have did my trials and my errors, and I just know it is 100% legit. It is 100% doable if you do the right steps and know how to do it. So for this story to make a bit sense, I'm gonna start from the beginning so you can know what I'm talking about. So I didn't remember when it was, but I remember the whole situation, but I don't remember when it was, but never mind. I was at a period in my time where I was super fat. I'm just gonna say there, for me, I felt fat. I felt disgusted by myself. I felt so overweight, and that just did not feel good. And I'm not body shaming anyone out there. I am just talking about myself and how I felt, and that is okay. And I was not happy with myself. I wasn't happy with the way I looked. I wasn't happy with the way I felt. Everything was just not good, and it affected everything around me. It just gave off that vibe, that whole energy, and it created more and more and more of that. And the thing is, I tried various diets. I tried everything. I tried the keto diet. I don't know what kind of diet they're out there. You know, I tried so many, I don't even remember. I tried the keto diet. I tried the no breakfast diet. I tried the low carb diet, and just nothing worked. It's just frustrating. It just frustrated me, and I was like, oh my gosh. And the thing is, I would get back into that hole of restricting myself, and then because I restricted myself, I wanted a cheat meal, and the cheat meal got more and more and more. We all know that diet story, and I was like, come on, I want something that works for me and that really works and is not so hard. I mean, there must be something out there. And as we know, as the universe is so magically, and that is what I desired, the universe delivered me that what I desired. And it delivered me that through me finding a book. And I remember I read the book, and the book was Think and Grow Rich. And I read the book, and I did not know anything about manifestations. Manifestations were just like nothing, you know. I did not know what that was. And I read the book, and if you have read Think and Grow Rich, we all know that it is a book based on money and finances. And by then, I have never been into manifesting. I did not know what manifestations were, and I just read the book. And I remember it was just like, somehow in the middle of the book, I saw something. I was like, you know what? So I kind of maybe get what they mean, so let me try something, but in a different way that I think would work for me. So I created my own manifesting formula, how to really use that thing that we're talking about to lose my weight. And as I said, I did not know anything about it. I was just like, okay, you know what, let me try it out. I have nothing to lose because I've tried everything out anyway, you know. And that's what I did. So I created my formula, and I went on with the formula, and I, perfected it, and, just wrote it down and changed it, and then read the book and was like, okay, maybe this is it, because I really did not know what manifesting was, and I didn't know how even to call that. And I wrote that formula, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy with this. So I created that. And then what I did is I started using that formula on myself. And at the beginning, I admit I did not see anything. I did not get the results exact that day that I wrote down. And that day that I wrote down were exactly 30 days later, because of course we all want that thing, you know, within 28 days, change your life, whatever, which you always see in the diets. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a month. And nope, it did not happen. So I was like, okay, well then, what should we do now? And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put this to the side. You know what, I'm just gonna forget about it. But I did not really forget about it, because now I've done that for 30 days. I did it subconsciously. I always thought about it, and it was always running in my subconscious mind, and sometimes would pop up in my conscious mind, and I would think about it and feel good about it, and then we will go again. And what's happening is it was running in my subconscious mind, and I did not even realize it, because I said it for 30 days and really felt it, because I was so excited about it and felt all those emotions, because I created the formula, and yes, and you know, all the emotions were in there. And what it did is those emotions went and locked into my subconscious mind, and I carried on doing that subconsciously. And now my subconscious mind had that within, it had it locked. Now after 30 days doing it every day, I was like, you know what, let me stand on the scale. And I haven't stood on the scale for so long, and I just stood on the scale, and what I see was I've lost 4 pounds. And I'm like, oh, okay. the first success after so long. But keep in mind, I did not link it to that. And after that, I went to work, and I told my coworker, and I was like, yeah, you know, I lost 4 pounds. Woohoo! I don't even know how it happened, but I didn't care about it, to be honest. And I just felt good about it. And then afterwards, I felt a change within myself every day. So every 2 days or 3 days, I used to stand on the scale, and what I saw was my pounds were dropping significantly. They were just shedding. It just dropped every single day. And I was like, what is happening? Like, am I seeing this right? Till this day, I'm still shook, to be honest. And I was like, I did not get it. I just did not understand. I was so shook, but you know, a happy shook, of course. So by the end of 35 days, and the reason, by the way, why I know it was 35 days, because I was on a vacation for 35 days, so that's why I know exactly it was 35 days, because when I told my coworker, it was the last day of work, and then the first day of work back, so in that gap was 35 days, I went back to work, and of course I stood on the scale, because I made significant changes on myself. I looked different, I felt different. My body was amazing. I was like, I even lost more than I actually wanted to lose in the end of the day. And I was just like, who is that? Is that me? I just felt so great, and I, you know, wore all the bikinis and, you know, all the outfits that I always wanted to wear, and just had that hot girl summer that I always wanted to have. And I came back to work, and everybody was just shook. Everybody was like, OMG, what have you done? Like, I've lost within 35 days. I lost those 22 pounds. And the best thing about it was I was on vacation, first of all. Second of all, I did not do any of the stupid diets that I always did. Third of all, I did not restrict myself. I was living my best life. There was nothing that was restricted. There was nothing that got cut off except of my weight. Pew! That went off to just shed it. And I mean, how amazing is that? And then later on, it is just only later on when I found my formula and I was like, OMG, this is the manifestation that just happened. This is what I wanted to have. This is what I exactly created and wrote down, and it happened for me. And guess what? It happened every single time. Every single time that I wanted to lose weight, it just kicked in and it came into fruition. So don't hesitate, go click the link in the bio and get yourself that formula. But for now, I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Mwah.